What's up, guys? We are here at NFT.NYC, just closing up the week. We normally bring you the news over on our Metaverse channel, Meta Money. Go ahead and check that out. But the biggest news right now is what's going on here in New York. Justin, how are you liking the conference so far?
Man, I gotta tell you, I had a really good time. It was really good to connect with not only our friends, but community members, projects, all that stuff. But I gotta tell you, I found it really interesting that people are in a really good mood. Why are you in a good mood in a bear market?
I don't know, like everything is way down. I feel like especially NFTs, like people have lost a lot of money in the past 2 months. I don't know if it's just like delusional or like they just don't want to believe it yet.
Does that mean that we've got to go down more?
I don't know, yeah, does there need to be more pain first? Like is that like a good sign that like retail is still not hurting by this? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe this is now, some of these industries or these ecosystems, right? You've got the pillar that is crypto, specifically like blockchain and Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah.
Then you've got NFTs, Metaverse, where they kind of are running on their own little ecosystems, right? I mean, like the communities that work on these NFTs and these projects, they don't care about the Bitcoin price.
Yeah.
We've come to find that out. Like the sentiment at this conference, everyone was literally in a great group.
It's a different group of people.
It's a different group of people, man.
It's a bunch of young people. It's people that really, really care about community. Like if you're into NFTs in general, like you want to belong to a community. I think that's one of the greatest thing about NFTs currently. Now we're still in the early infancy stage of that, and that's like their best use case. But man, there's some mainstream stuff going on. We got major concerts, major artists. Snoop Dogg and Eminem coming out with a Bored Ape music video, presenting it live at the conference. That was sick.
That was so cool.
It was awesome.
It was cool. Got to go to ApeFest a couple times here and really learn what that community is trying to do, because I think what the Bored Ape Yacht Club community is doing probably is going to be the playbook moving forward for a lot of these other communities, whether it's like, because that was like a lot of people were saying like, this is utility, we're at a concert seeing Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Eminem was there but he didn't perform, and a lot of really good artists over the last couple nights. But that's utility. Like they are providing you something. It was all free to get in. They're providing you something that is cooler than most.
Yeah, and they're not giving up. Like projects are still building right now, and that's also one of the other reasons why we're here, why Ben is here, is we're really making connections, meeting with a bunch of people, really trying to figure out where we're going to pivot to, where we're going to go in the future, and really setting up that groundwork and that community right now. And it's something I challenge everybody to do. Like you don't have to go to one of these big conferences, but you do need to make sure that you get involved with some type of community right now, especially when things are down, because people are going to call you crazy, right? But if you're around people,
and if you can deal with it, just being called crazy, you're going to come out on the other side ahead.
That's true. That's true. There's going to be a lot of people that lose a lot right here, and then they're just going to give up. And there's going to be a lot of people that come out super winners in this space. That goes for projects and that goes for people.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like a shakeout. You have to think like people will capitulate, projects are going to get shaken out or capitulate, but the space needs it, right? I think at some point, like recently, there's like 20,000 crypto coins. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's too many.
Yeah.
So like you need stuff like this to shake that out, like you were saying. But I'm really excited to see where things come on the other end of this, because some people say, it's going to be 2 years, a year, whatever it is. It's we're midway through 2022, and if it happens to the bull market comes back to 2024, okay, it's a lot of time to build, shake out some of these bad projects, but really just figure out who's going to have some longevity in the space, because that's the most important.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, overall, like we started this off, like the sentiment is still good, so it's strange to me. I'm used to going, like the last bear market was very, very dark, like lonely. you go to like a conference set up for 2,000 people and there's 30 people there. There was over 15,000 people here roaming around the city of New York, which is an old money city, right? You have the financial district here. You mean a lot against NFTs and against crypto here. And so it's cool to see people parading around here with new tech, with blockchain, and like really forward thinking. Makes me excited about what we're doing in the Metaverse and Web3 and just kind of growing all together. So I'm excited.
I know we're early, and we're going to put in our time during.
We're going to grind,
and it's going to be awesome when things come back.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
For sure.
Well,
I think that's it. Let's close it out. I got to get to the airport.
Hey, thanks, BitSquad, for hanging out with us this morning. We appreciate you as always. Make sure that you head on over to the Meta Money channel, follow and like and subscribe. Everything we do, we appreciate it. Have a good week, and we will see you next weekend for some more Saturday Morning Meta Money.